malicious, exploiting this pandemic for personal gain, or conversely, the idea that we can break curfews and not suffer any ramifications, then we know that we are heading in the wrong direction. And indeed, there is nothing to celebrate when runaway impunity takes place at the risk of all of us. As a government, our planning and actions are informed by global trends and our own analysis. A slight lapse in behavior, like the ones we have witnessed in the last few days, could roll back the gains we have made so far, and by implication, the destiny of our nation. The days when everything was left to the government are long gone. This disease is now calling for our total and divided commitment and unity. While I appreciate and acknowledge the cooperation by many Kenyans, I must say that there are a few Kenyans who deliberately rebuke the efforts that we have put in place to contain the spread of the virus. Our daily update briefings have served to rally Kenyans to their individual responsibilities, while at the same time painting the picture of our situation. And this is not just in Kenya, it is a global practice today. It is therefore unfortunate that some naysayers have dismissed our data briefings as mere daily ledgers. Elsewhere, the disease has thrived on similar cloud of silence and ignorance, and which we are being pushed to adopt. We refuse to sit back, and we will continue to inform Kenyans of our situation and measures they need to continuously take in order to flatten our curve. Regarding mass testing, the exercise is ongoing, targeting high-risk areas, which include healthcare workers. We currently have 25,000 testing kits which have been deployed for this activity. Globally, every country is working on testing targets. All have fallen short of these targets because of global disruption of supplies. Our plan is to conduct 250,000 tests by the end of June. However, this 250,000 will not match our population. Hence, we are collaborating with our development partners to ramp up our surveillance testing mechanisms. The plan entails community-based surveillance, hospital-based surveillance, and population-based surveillance. For the community-based surveillance, we are working at about 100,000 households. For the hospital-based surveillance, we have mapped out 20 hospitals in 16 regions. All this is being done under the overarching 5-year public health security framework that we have worked out. Our coronavirus response is therefore nested on this policy. The challenge we have over and above corona is to keep an eye on the other healthcare challenges. I therefore want to call on all counties to ensure continuity of health services without losing sight of the corona epidemic. We should therefore be prepared in the coming days to share our county health service delivery scorecards.